Hi guys, Martin88 here and welcome back to another FIFA 22 video, and today we are looking at tactics, squad battles tactics. We've got top 200 formation and custom tactics. Now, disclaimer, I wasn't going to make this video this early on, right? Okay, because I don't feel like we have it all figured out at all, but off the back of my how to beat legendary tutorial that I did on Friday, which if you haven't watched that, it'll be in the description below, go and watch it. A lot of you have been asking me, not begging, but asking me strongly, please release a tactics video. So I'm uploading it. These are not finished article at all. These aren't tactics that I would hang my hat on, but these are the tactics that I used in my how to beat legendary tutorial. And maybe for you guys something is better than nothing, and maybe I would suggest maybe try these ones out and then adapt them to your own game, because that's where I really think that tactics work the best, is when you just slightly tweak it you know, for your own benefit and not just copying you know, somebody else exactly. And maybe this video as well, maybe I can just half explain what some of the tactics mean, you know, and so we'll see. Hopefully it will help a lot of you, because that's the aim. In a few weeks I will be releasing another tactics video, and I'll make it crystal clear that these are ones that I fully believe in. Go and use them. For now, these are obviously early stages and quite tentative, but you guys were asking for it, so we're uploading it. Okay, this is the team that you saw me use in my how to beat legendary tutorial. It's changed a little bit now, but you have to wait for my squad builder to see that. So this is what we was using. It's a 4-2-3-1 that we actually used, but I've set it up how the chemistry worked, because if you don't know, for chemistry reasons, you'll set a team like this up, and then you will head into the tactics section like so. Set up another tactic, so when I go in game I just hover along to ultra attacking, and these set of tactics will be ready and waiting for us. So go and just quickly show you. So there you go, you see there is a 4-2-3-1, and we'll go through the player instructions in a little while. We're just going to go through the main custom tactics first. Okay, so defensive style, right? I always go on pressure on heavy touch. Constant pressure is an absolute no. Don't do that. That's absolutely stupid. Number one, your players will be knackered, and number two, the AI on legendary or ultimate, they'll just play around you if they want to, which they will do. Drop back, no way, because for me, you'll struggle to score goals, and of course for squad battles you need to score the 5 goals. Balance could work, and I think pressure on heavy touch works. For me, again, press after possession lost. I still think that they'll just play round you if they want to, and yeah, just not quite. So pressure on heavy touch or balance for me. I do pressure on heavy touch. Right, this is new, this little bit here. So defensive width. So you have defensive width and defensive width and offensive width. So defense and attack. Because I want the AI to go down the wings, because obviously they're further away from the goal, and I feel like I can jockey them a bit more and take the ball off them. I actually play defence quite narrow, and I believe that this is a tactic that does work. Okay, this is one of the things that I would say, yeah, try and do this. That doesn't mean go and put it on flipping 25 width, because you'll have all 4 defenders like within the width of the goalpost, and they'll just be able to come around the edge and they'll be in on goal. But just a little bit more narrow than normal would be my suggestion. Depth is an interesting one. Last year I'd say if you had quick defenders you could actually put your depth up quite a bit, but pace from the AI seems to matter a lot more this year than it did last year. So I don't really feel like you could do it much more than 50, which is what I have, because you do want to be aggressive to try and win the ball back off them and that, but you have to be a little bit wary, of course you do. So yeah, 50 depth at the moment for me. So narrowish defense, and you know, a decent height in terms of your depth. Right, offensively, this is something that I always advise you to do, and that's fast build up. Right, lots of comments from people saying that they are struggling to score goals, or that the opposition are sitting back and they can't get through and they're not even getting counter-attack goals. The counter-attack goals will depend on your player instructions, your formation and your custom tactics. So I play 4-2-3-1. There are numerous formations that you could play for squad battles. I would suggest maybe that you could do 4-3-2-1. You could do 4-5-1, the attacking version. And I think that you could score goals from all of them, to be quite honest with you. But have fast build-up on. And as it says on the screen there, this tactic pushes players forward for a faster build-up. So you win the ball with one of your midfielders from attack or a fullback, and then your attackers and your midfielders, depending on their instructions, they're going to run forward really quickly and just offer you those options to be able to counter-attack the AI. If you have it on slow build-up, they're not. They're just going to stand there and say, hey, you, play it short. We don't want that, because the AI will get back and it will make it difficult for you to score. Balanced, obviously, is a bit of both. And long ball, yeah, maybe it could be a tactic that worked, but sometimes that would be good for lofted through balls, which are back in, and to be honest, it's something I'll probably test. Not able to give you a definitive answer on that, but fast build up, definitely, right? Get that on. Chance creation, right? This is a new thing, and I looked at this and I thought, wow, yeah, forward runs for me every day of the week. Having fast build up on and forward runs, I used this for 2 games. I didn't like it, because I just got people going all over the place. I got me 2 centre backs, and then everyone else is just flying all over the show, and I was like, whoa, easy. Like, let's just calm this down a little bit. Yes, we want people to go forward, and yes, we need to score 5 goals for squad battles, but that is just a little bit too much. Possession we definitely don't want. Direct passing, maybe. I will try direct passing, but for the minute I've just got it on balance. So I would say balance or direct passing, but I haven't tried direct passing yet. Offensive width I've got on 55. I wouldn't go too much further than that, because your wide players, if you're using a formation like that, will be just too wide and they're out of the game. But I didn't want them too narrow either, because I felt like when I was playing around with the ball in the centre, the AI's fullbacks seem to drift in, and you just be left with an overload for your lamb or your ram. You're playing the ball in narrow, near post shot, probably not a finesse, because they don't seem to be working, and boom, you're in on goal and score. Whereas if they're narrow, they're not going to be out there for you to slip in. That's my thoughts on that anyway. Players in the box I've got on 7. Again, we want to score the goals, we need to get players forward. Simple as that. Corners and free kicks I have on 2. Doesn't overly matter. I don't like to get counter-attacked, so that's why I have it on 2. So they're the custom tactics. Let's quickly look at the player instructions. So, fullbacks, as I said, number 1, I'd suggest you need to have quick fullbacks, right? So I've got Tierney and Emerson, and they'll both have shadows on them, and it puts them into the 90s for pace, and you need that because of the fast wingers. Stay back while attacking, yeah? Don't change that. Don't even go to balance, because the AI will kill you like that, to be quite honest with you. Of course, 2 centre backs, stay back. Right, now 2 CDMs. Now I'm open for this to change. The last few FIFAs, I've always had the 2 CDMs on get forward, because they've always contributed a lot of goals and stuff like that. So far, although saying that Fred and Ndombele aren't the best players, I haven't really scored many goals with either of them. 1 or 2 of Fred, and I don't think even 1 with Ndombele. But having them on get forward did allow them both. They were like driving on, particularly Fred, and then he was able to commit a defender and then slip Jesus or Chamberlain or one of the wide players in. And I'm thinking, would that have happened if I didn't have him on get forward? And I don't think it would have done, because he just started to make his run. I'd slip it into him, and on the run he would start playing it through. So I'm keeping him on get forward at the moment, and we'll see. I might do it on balanced, because I feel that I don't quite have the defensive protection that I did on the last few FIFAs, having it on get forward, so I need to play around with that. However, I do recommend that you keep them on cover centre, because the AI is always more dangerous through the middle. So that's what we're doing for the CDMs. Going forward, so at Cam, I have it on stay forward. I always think need to have that on stay forward. And if you feel like you need more defensive support, it needs to be a change of formation, or it needs to come from the wings. Cam, stay forward, get into the box for crosses. Okay, next thing, when I said about the normal tactics, the custom tactics, right, and we said about fast build-up and scoring goals from counter-attacks. So having fast build-up, but then also having your Lamb, Cam and Ram on getting to the box for crosses means that when you win it, they're going to be bombing on towards the box to try and support you. So if you've got them on, you've got every option there to try and score a goal on the counter-attack. Then up front, stay central, get in behind, stay forward. For your striker, they need to have pace. Through balls still work, but lofted through balls, guys. Lofted through balls do work as well. And I spoke to someone else in the comments section from the How to Beat Legendary tutorial, and I said trigger runs, right? Trigger runs, which you can do that by using LB if you're facing that player. So if you've got the ball, say you've got a centre back and you're facing your right back, and you just press it, they'll start running, play a through ball up the field. But also, if you're got with a fullback and the fullback and the Lamb, send the Lamb on a run, lofted through ball. It's another way of getting in behind and counter attacking, which this year is working really well. Hope that makes sense. So guys, yeah, that's it. That's the custom tactics and formation that I used in the How to Beat Legendary video. Like I said, go and watch that if you haven't already, because this will end up making more sense. And yeah, tweak it about, adapt it. Like I said, this isn't the finished article, but I just hope that it helps some of you guys. So yeah, that is it for today, guys. Please drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm going to see you tomorrow to talk about difficulty levels on squad battles and what difficulty level is best for you. So I'll see you later, guys. Bye bye.